Okay, today I'm just gonna briefly talk about the Elizabeth Warren saga, which just continues to get more and more bizarre as she tenaciously sticks to this discredited this story that's been repeatedly discredited. The idea that she's part Native American, and for some reason, instead of just admitting that she lied and she exploited this obvious falsehood in order to advance her career, and that Harvard was complicit in this. Instead of just admitting that and apologizing, she's continued to prove how inept she is at politics, despite being an elected U.S. senator, by taking the bait, by taking Donald Trump's bait and having a DNA test, which is administered by a friend of her, a colleague of hers at Stanford. And this test, which she's trumpeted on Twitter, and I advise you to look at her Twitter account. It's the most in literally, it's insane. I don't even know how to describe it, but she's trumpeting the news that she's won 520th Native American, which isn't even true. Even the Bustamante, the guy who administered this test, this fake DNA test, had to sample South American and Mexican and Amerindian tribes that had no relation to the Cherokee or the Delaware, which she claims ancestry from based on nothing. They had to sample these tribes, so she's not even 1042nd Indian. She's 1042nd Hispanic, maybe. So I guess she can claim to be a member of La Raza now as well. It's just the most ridiculous thing. But even more ridiculous is than her beclowning herself and rising to the challenge of Donald Trump is the way her liberal and Democrat defenders, beginning with the media, which has reported this ridiculous claim with complete credulity. The Boston Globe, they're trumpeting that she has Native American ancestry. So they're just flat out lying. They're not even shading. They're not even shaving the truth. They're just outright prevaricating. They're that's the fourth estate for you. But them, and on Twitter, even more insane reactionary defenders are saying Trump should pay up. He's obviously not going to pay up. Why should he pay up when her own test has proven everything Trump has said, namely that she's an inveterate liar? It's proven him right once again. I love how whenever Trump is proven right and the media is proven wrong, they somehow invert reality in order to suit themselves. And I think that's the bottom line here. They're trying. Conservatives and people who want to resist the resistance, this insane left-wing demagoguery and inversion of reality and mob rule, this mentality that's caused people to cause liberals to align with Antifa as they destroy the Metropolitan Republican Club and Republican headquarters all over the country and try to incite insurrection and then lie about it. We really need to expose them for who they are. And they're completely, despite claiming to be the reality-based community, they're completely disconnected from reality. And the Liz, I can't think of a better illustration of this than this joke of a senator and her triumphal I mean, she's touting American Indian ancestry that she doesn't have. She's exploiting one of actually the most tragic story in American history, the dispossession of and conquest of American Indian nations and the erasure of their heritage. And she exploited that purely to advance her own white, liberal, feminist, radical left agenda. And yet there are people dying to defend her, to say the sky is not blue, it's pink. And water is not wet. It's they're denying reality and then attacking anyone who has the sense to point out the king, or in this case, the princess. I don't know what you would call Elizabeth Warren. She has no clothes. And I think we just need to point that out, that this isn't about, you know, a party that wants slightly more liberal immigration laws or wants slightly higher taxes. This is about opposing people who are completely detached from reality. And I think that's the bottom line you have to remember.